Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a discussion on playing against minor chords on the open G tuning Slide Dobro. The two most common chords in music are major and minor. On our open G tuning, we've got ready access to play all of the 12 chromatic major chords by just hitting any combination of our 6 strings. So G, B, D, G, B, D. You know, if we want to play an A flat chord, we simply slide to where the 3rd or the 6th string is the root note of the chord you want to play. If I want to play an E flat chord, I'd find where E flat is on the 3rd string. All of the string grips give me that perfect E flat major chord. Minor chord is a challenge on this tuning because what we've got to do is lower the 3rd note in the scale, the middle note of the chord, a semitone. So if we look at a C chord, I'm on the 5th fret and I'm just playing strings 3, 2 and 1. I'm playing the notes C, E and G. To play a C minor chord, I actually have to play the notes C, E flat and G. And therein lies the problem. Because even with a bar slant, I can play C and E and slant that to where it's C and E flat. But I can't get that G above it because my bar slant now is putting my 1st string note way out of tune. But let's rule out bar slants because they really don't solve our problem. We do have a couple of minor chords where we can play them easily by using open strings and bar notes. For example, E minor, if we put our bar on the 2nd fret of the 4th string and go E, G, B, that's a perfect E minor chord. We could put that E up on the top, put it on the 2nd fret of the 1st string and go G, B, E, beautiful E minor chord. We actually have a C minor chord on the 1st fret if we put our bar on the 1st fret and play strings 5, 4 and 3, but 3 being open, we get a perfect C minor chord, C, E flat and G. If we push the bar 1 string further across and play strings 4, 3 and 2, leave 2 open, we get a perfect A flat minor chord. But we can't move any of those shapes. As we move them, the notes change because the open strings don't move, but the bar is moving. So I'm not going to talk too much about how to play a minor chord. I'm going to talk about how we can substitute some chords and use it for our melodic playing against a minor chord. So if we just stay in the key of C, if we've got 2 bars of a C chord, and then the band plays C minor, we've already said we really, apart from going there or, down here, we really can't slide around on a C minor chord. But if we go up 3 frets and play the relative major to C minor, which is E flat, the notes we're now playing are E flat, G and B flat. The notes of a C minor chord are C, E flat and G. So we have the E flat and we have the G of a C minor chord. What we're missing is C. We're in fact playing B flat instead of C. We're playing a really common variation of a minor chord called a minor 7th. It's a great sounding chord and it's never offensive. So I've got a backing track where the band is simply playing 2 bars on C and 2 bars on C minor, and they just keep alternating between major and minor. I'm going to jam along with that backing track, and you'll see that what I'm really doing is, and Buddy Emmons talked about this, he talked about having pockets on the fingerboard that he liked to improvise in. So I'm going to play in a pocket of 2 frets back from the major chord. So I'm going to experiment and go like, I'm going to walk around between frets 5 and 3 against the major chord. I'm then going to walk around between frets 8 and 10 against the minor chord. Now if I go to fret 10, That's an F major chord. F, A and C. So if we look at adding the notes of an F major chord to a C minor chord, what do we get? C minor, C, E flat and G. F major is F, A and C. So C is a common note. What we're really doing is adding an E flat to an F chord, which makes it an F seventh chord, and a G, which actually makes it an F ninth chord. So I'm going to wander between frets 8 and 10 when the band's playing C minor. Let's have a listen now to me just improvising against C and C minor, where I'm not at any stage actually playing a C minor chord on the dobro. I'm replacing the concept in my mind of using an E flat chord and an F chord and wandering in the pocket between those two chords. You can get some interesting sounds, some great improvisational ideas, and you avoid the classic problem of the open G tuning of not having a movable 1 3 flat 5 minor chord. Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes. I really hope you enjoyed today's music instruction video. If you did, then you've joined the millions of viewers who have benefited from content on my free music education YouTube channel. Can I ask you to consider two things, please? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll be updated every time new content is made available. Secondly, if you are in a position to do so, please consider making a donation towards the ongoing costs of producing these videos. It's safe and easy to do so. It's done via PayPal. There's a Make a Donation link on the home page of this channel under Home About. And there's also a donation link in the text for every video. Rest assured that any and all monies received will be reinvested in making this channel the best, most informative, content-rich music education channel of its kind anywhere on the internet. Thank you and bye for now.